social justice warriors are a bunch of homos that are fuckless, and I can't imagine anyone lonelier. Is the defense mode switches to attack mode, and this is the second time. The second time that they tried censoring Ultimate. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. First, there was the whole Indian thing before the game even came out. I forgot what it was. I forgot who was the character that did some move where they shoot fire and they had like a feather on the back of on their head or some shit. And then some bunch of lonely faggots went on the internet and said, that mimics Indians. Why would started bitching, and then Nintendo said, Jesus Christ. And they made an update where they got rid of it just so, they don't have to deal with them no more. Nintendo. You remember the first commercial for Super Smash Bros. In the 90s, the one on 64? And the commercial went, like there were a bunch of guys in suits. Mario and Donkey Kong and Yoshi and Pikachu. And then they also hitting each other, and the voiceover guy says, something's gone wrong in the happy-go-lucky world of Nintendo. That's what Nintendo is, a happy-go-lucky world. And Smash Bros. Ultimate is probably one of the most cleansed and clean fighting games you ever play. Every other fighting game is some kind of violence, and I'm just talking about Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is number one, then you go down. So, Street Fighter, now nowhere near, nothing is as violent as, Mortal Kombat, but, Street Fighter gets less, dangerous, and, Tekken less and less. Then all the way in the bottom by itself is Smash Brothers, and maybe some mimic Smash Brothers game next to it. There's no violence, you hit each other, they don't even die, they just get sent flying, and then come back in some thing or whatever. It's all cartoony, Characters in Smash Brothers get sent flying like fucking Team Rocket does in Pokemon every time they get hit with a move. Team Rocket's blasting off again! That's literally how freaking Smash Brothers characters get whooped. You send them flying and they go out and ding! Like a cartoon. Nothing about Smash Bros. Is violence. Even the more serious characters of Nintendo that's in Smash Bros. They're all in the little happy-go-lucky world where they all just play fighting and then... Nothing Nintendo even tries to be offensive with their main games. I'm talking about Zelda, Mario, and Mario Kart and Smash Bros. They don't even try. And yet somehow, some way, the social retarded warriors fucking was able to fucking find something. First was the Indian thing, now it's retarded. Some faggot from the Kotaku, some loser freaking... But this game has been out. This game has been reviewed, been out, had its main scores. It's already done. It was last year. The game came out last year. It's been done. It's like almost 6 months later. It's about 5 months later since the game came out. Almost 6 months. It might already be 6 months. And somehow some loser who's playing the game went to the new character, Joker from Persona. A game I never really got into. Everyone's all hyped about Joker. Oh my god, I don't care. But, it's like, well, add a freaking story mode. That'll excite me. Adding just a whole random character from some franchise. Oh my god, they added this character. Who cares? But I guess the whole fan base cares. And it was some, one of the songs from, one of those songs from the game that is going to come into the Smash Bros. Game now. The Joker's in there. Apparently, it's very hard to tell one of the words where it sounded like it said retarded, but actually said retorted. The retarded person from Kotaku made a thing saying, accusing Nintendo of racism because they said something about retarded. I didn't know retarded was racist, but apparently it is. Or maybe that was the first time with the Indian thing. Anyway, look, they just made a big deal about, use the word retarded, can't use the word retarded. And then, what happened? They didn't even do an investigation. They thought it sounded like it said retarded, and they published the article. They didn't do an investigation. They didn't double check. They didn't really listen to the lyrics. They didn't just fucking Google the lyrics from Google. They couldn't just go to Google and type in whatever the Persona 5 music lyrics or find the name of the song and then type the name of the song and put lyrics. That was too much work for them. They thought they heard the word retarded while playing the game or something, maybe to review it, the DLC character, and they freaking lost their mind. They went, I freaking jumped out of the seat, jumped in the computers and published the article and said, yes, I have something to talk about. Yes! Yes! Apparently that's how excited they were because they didn't even fucking double check. So now they look retarded. And I think if they haven't apologized already, they already made a half-ass apology or something. But now everyone's getting on their ass saying it doesn't even say retarded. It just sounds like it does. It said retorted or some shit. And now And now it's that I know they publish the same. I don't know if they apologize or not, but just Nintendo needs to stop giving in to these social justice fags, these freaking losers. I mean, apparently they've always been around. They've been around on since the beginning of time. Just that with the social media and all this shit, it just become more prevalent where they bitch. The problem is when they bitch, the companies always bow down to them. I don't know why. Because I guess bad PR. Jeez, girl, who's the people that came up with HR and PR? Human resources and public relations. Those things need to fucking go out of this country already. Because they ruin everything. They're the reasons why companies always bow down to these fags. Every time there's a complaint. Every time there's a complaint about some company, you ever wonder why only a few people complain about something generic or stupid? Something generic or stupid in a freaking video game, in a movie, in any goddamn thing. In any goddamn thing, and they always bow down to them. And you sit there and you're like, why? Why did you just bow down to these fags? Here they are bitching, we're all calling them fags, and then you bow down to them. They're because they're fucking public relations or human resource. No, human resources for, work relationship. Public relations is companies. I have to explain something obvious to you apparently because I'm too stupid to realize. And they're the ones that go to the company and say, hey, this is bad public relations disaster. Because they have nothing better to do with their lives. They know their job is stupid. Their job means nothing. They're all useless pieces of shit that should lose their jobs in a second. And they have to feel useful. So when something like that happens, they're like, yes, we get to actually feel like we have actually done something, accomplished something important. And they run to the boss and say, hey, this is a bad public relations disaster. This person said that, you had a person who, your character fell in the dirt and rolled around a little bit and he has some of that black dirt on him. And people are online saying that's racist, and that, that's not far away from him holding a fucking banana and, scratching his head and climbing on top of a tree and refusing to pay child support. It's terrible. And then the company goes, oh, okay. And then they apologize and they take it off. And then they go ahead and they grab the actor and they wipe off all the dirt. And they redo the scene where, I don't know, when he falls on the dirt, but when he gets up, there's no dirt on him at all. It looks like he just washed himself with soap, but it's what has to be done apparently because these people matter. They're important. I just want to see companies stop giving in to these people. I mean, it's constant. Every time, every other week, every few days you go on the internet, someone's bitching about something about video games, about this anime. And it's all video games related now, usually. Movies too, why this character has big breasts for? I don't know, because guys like big breasts. And when they see big breasts, it makes them happy, even if it's in a fucking stupid ass video game. I mean, they don't have to, but if they decide to want to cater to our fucking stupid ass, tendencies, then whatever. But it's always a problem, and it's always a this. And the Japanese games that come out, from Japan, they can't come out the way they are in America because, God forbid, some social faggot warrior who has nothing better to do scratching his ass on the internet is going to go, no! Letting a top article, losing their fucking mind. Because that's what they fucking do. Because they got nothing better to do. And I'm just as sick of this shit as everyone else. It's getting fucking annoying. We can't fucking... Now, I'm not the one saying, look, I want to see, my anime characters have big, giant fucking titties that fucking, the size of fucking basketball. Freaking bigger than your fucking head and all this shit or whatever. But it is what it is. If they decide to do that on their own, if they're art or whatever, just let them do it. Same thing with the freaking video games. Same thing with this. This speaks to a bigger issue. People clearly these social fag warriors and all these freaking idiots in these edit articles like in Kotaku in the UK, they're just bored and they're just looking for something to bitch about. Kind of like a woman, right? I mean, we live in a country now where no one really has fathers in their home, especially the black community. And then when you go to the white community, every fucking other family is fucking divorced. So there's a lack of fucking men in these guys' lives, and these guys end up acting like bitches. And what do bitches do? They bitch. They bitch about everything. If you have one of those bitchy wives, one of those bitchy moms, what they do? Every soon as they come home, they look for something to bitch about. Right? To the point where you don't even try anymore, right? Why clean the house and wash the dishes and do all this stuff? Because they haven't found nothing to bitch about today, so they're going to look deep, and they're going to look deep, and they're going to look deep. They're going to find something. You could have cleaned the whole house. They're going to look at you and say, why are you home? Why are you still home? We never go out. You go out. Why you always going out? You're never home. You already know the fucking kind. These people, they're unpleasable. And they will go into the fiery depths of hell to fucking find something. They'll make a deal with the devil. They'll go down to the devil, sell their fucking soul, and the devil will finally will help him and snap his fingers and make some magic happen with something to bitch about for you, and then she'll say it. And she'll go to hell, and you'll go to heaven. And you'll be like, why'd she go to hell? She'll be like, remember that time she was bitching about you when you fucking did all the chores and did everything? Well, yeah, well, what happened? She sold her soul to find a reason. She couldn't find one on her own. I mean, it's crazy, but you can't keep appeasing these people. And I wish companies would just fucking stop appeasing them already. Screw your little bitch-ass PR department. Have them there when something really big happens. This is Attack Mostly back to the fence. Well, and I'm out. Peace. Fucks.